Happy anniversary, weekly crypto review. Hello and welcome back to the weekly crypto review. It's been a year, almost exactly a year, since I started doing this once weekly YouTube video, and what a year it has been. First, let's take a look at the charts. First off, in the description below, you will see a link to the Brave browser. Brave is a Chromium type browser, works just like Chrome, doesn't track you like Chrome. It also allows you to get BAT, which is a cryptocurrency for watching advertisements online. If you're going to have to look at the ads, why not get paid for it? So let's look here first off at the entire thing as a whole. Bitcoin, $11,115. When's the last time we saw that? Well, I'll show you here in a bit when we get to the charts. Over the last 7 days, it's up 19%. I have been expecting this. I have been looking forward to this. I'll show you on the charts what is going on and why this is really good. I also want to point out that the altcoins, while they're in the green, a lot of them are in the green, they are, certainly for the last week, there's a lot of red, and over the last 24 hours or so, we're seeing some red, much more than green. As I expected, once Bitcoin started to take off, the altcoins started to lose momentum and drop in price a little bit. I'm especially glad to see Cardano dropping in price, although actually it's now back up to 14 cents. I'm hoping it drops back down to about 10 cents. I've got some more money I'd like to put in there. Chainlink, we're $7.14, which is about $1 below where it's been, where its high has been. I'm not worried about drops in price right now because we've got so much time before the end of this bull run. But let's take a look at the charts. So here's Bitcoin, a weekly chart for Bitcoin. I want you to notice we've got this green line that has been here since the peak at December 2017. We've got a candle last week that crossed it. This week we are completely above it. That is really fantastic. And in fact, right now we are above this blue line at 10,500. This is also a line of resistance. I hope, and based on what I'm seeing, I'd like to think as long as this candle closes above this blue line, I think that this blue line at 10.5 will become support. If that happens, we'll never see another Bitcoin below $10,000 ever again. This is what I've been expecting. This is what I have been waiting for. And as you can see, it was, I won't say it was a foregone conclusion, but the fact that we spent, 3 months literally writing this line down. It was painful when it was happening, but I'm looking at it going, okay, we're going to break out. We're going to break out at some point. I don't know when, but we're going to break out. And that's exactly what has happened. If we look at, real quickly, ADA, and let's go to the daily real quick. Okay, so ADA, and I'm going to turn this off because we don't need this. ADA has been doing extraordinarily well and has gone up, today it's been as high as 15 cents. It's doing very well, but we're going to go sideways. We're going to move sideways. I have this line right here, this green line drawn at support back here at about 10 cents. It could drop as low as 10 cents, but I will also tell you that we have support right here at, let's put it right there, and we'll go right like that. We have support right here at, what is this? This is going to be 11 and a half cents. So, and again, 11 and a half cents is fine. I'd like to see it drop down to at least 12 cents because I have money that I want to put into ADA, and I have enough that at 12 cents it will get me a total of 10,000 ADA. And I'm wanting to do that because 10,000 ADA at $100 is $1 million. I'm just doing the math there. Do I think that ADA at 14 cents can go up to $100 in the next year or so? It's not unheard of in cryptocurrency. Is it going to happen? I have no idea. But why wouldn't I set myself up to do that now so that if it does, I benefit from it? That's the way I'm looking at it. Again, not investment advice in any way. I'm simply telling you what I'm doing. All right, so I am waiting to put in some money. I've got it in USDC right now. It's in my wallet in USDC. I can exchange it almost immediately into Cardano, into ADA, as soon as the price drops to somewhere that I find palatable, better. And whether that's 10 cents down here, or more likely at this point, it's going to be that 11.5 cents. I think that probably 11.5 cents is where I'm going to end up getting in, because I think this is where our support's going to be found. And that's fine, because again, if we go sideways, we find support at 11.5 cents, and then what we're going to find out is that we'll just go up from there. And we're going to find a lot of that going on. Okay, so let's take a look at the ratio between ADA and Ethereum. Again, I'm doing this because Ethereum is, and ADA does basically the same thing Ethereum has been doing. Although, honestly, I think at this point it does it better, because ADA has already rolled out Shelley. In fact, today's the 29th. Yeah, today's the 29th. Today we do the hard fork. So they're going to hard fork ADA onto the Shelley mainnet, and there won't be any going back. And what Shelley does is it is the distributed proof of stake that Ethereum 2.0 has been promising for 3 years now. And it's funny because you're hearing stuff from Ethereum Foundation, Vitalik especially, saying, "Oh yeah, we'll have Ethereum 2.0 out by October, and we'll have it." Actually, I think he said August 4th was when they were going to release it to beta, and then if it's running well for 3 months, they'll release it to the mainnet. Okay, so August, September, October, so November, election day. By election day, they're saying they should have Ethereum 2.0. That's about 3 months where Cardano is already on distributed proof of stake and doing well. And they're working on the next phase, which is their smart contract language and platform. And it should come out. Charles said something about it coming out before the end of the year. They do that, and I suspect what we're going to find is a whole lot of people, especially if Ethereum 2.0 doesn't make it out this year, I think we're going to find a whole lot of people converting from Ethereum to ADA, because, as Charles Hoskinson said, if you can do it on Ethereum, it's very easy to move it across to Cardano. Extremely easy. Okay, this is how you overtake the market. And currently we're looking at Cardano at what, number 7? I have no doubt that if things go well, and I don't have a crystal ball. I can't see the future. I can only look at probabilities based on what I know and my experience. My experience is that if a better competitor comes along and is able to maneuver much quicker, they tend to take over the market. We're seeing the same thing with Tesla. Tesla is a much smaller auto company than any of the big three or any of the other car corporations globally that you're aware of. And therefore they can innovate and they can move quickly. Same thing with Cardano versus Ethereum. Cardano is a much smaller, I don't want to say base, because that implies the community, but the code base certainly is much smaller, much more compact. It's got a much smaller market cap. Maybe market cap's what I really want to use, is market cap. It's got a much smaller market cap. And so therefore it is much more maneuverable, can do things a lot faster. And so the bureaucracy is decreased. As much as Ethereum would like to believe that they are not a bureaucracy, they are. I mean, let's face it, Vitalik is the president, or dictator, however you want to look at it. He's in charge. And so what he says goes, or at least as best as they can, within the capabilities of their programming skill. Cardano's already beat them to the punch for distributed proof of stake. And while Ethereum absolutely has a smart contract language, what I'm hearing about Haskell and Plutus is that it is a much more robust and easier to code programming language to do smart contracts with. And if that's the case, people will convert, because they're going to go for what works best. They always do. Simple as that. So, yeah, Bitcoin has broken out. 11,000. We're heading back to 20,000. Still don't expect 20,000 before the end of this year, probably at the beginning of next year. But it's good to see that we've broken out and that we are working our way up. Cardano. Later today, I absolutely expect to hear somewhere on, I expect to hear Charles Hoskinson say, hello from beautiful, sunny, warm, sunny Colorado, which is literally up the street from me, and tell us that they have hard forked Cardano onto the mainnet, onto the Shelley mainnet, and everything is good, and we're going on to the next phase. I absolutely expect to hear that from by the end of the day. Anyway, that's what I've got for you today. Short and sweet, finally. Remember, don't trust, verify. I'll talk to you next week.